So thank you very much, Mr. Manish, for joining us, for joining SME Street Viewpoint discussion. And audience, we have Mr. Manish Jaiswal, who is the CEO of Magma Finance, Magma Housing Finance and SME Finance. So why he's here and why he holds very important inputs for all of us, for all the MSMEs around, is because the kind of scenario we are all into. We are experiencing a policy shift, a policy focus towards bringing back the MSME back to the track, and finance is one of the important area. So we and what we have heard in all these past few months, especially with the Atmanirbhar Bharat program, that there are certain schemes which are actually designed to uplift the entire MSME scenario back to the track. So without much delay, I would go back. I would like to have Mr. Manish talk about his experiences in dealing with his MSME and entrepreneurial customers, business customers who are actually in the requirement of finance in today's time, and how is he actually resolving their financial needs in today's time. Over to you, Mr. Manish.
Thanks very much, Faz, for having me over. And thanks for that generous introduction. I just thought that before I start, I must just give a bit of a lay of the land. We actually are going through a pandemic which is not a once in a decade, but perhaps once in a century. There are no past trends, precedents which are available on which we have a recourse or where we can rely on to navigate ourselves in this journey ahead. So is the situation of almost all the entrepreneurs. As we all say, it's a very typical VUCA world. It can't be more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So I guess we are all in it together, and we have to figure our way out. I must say, most SMEs will see a sharp shrinkage in their top line, clearly by 20 to 30%. And when that happens, very certainly this is a year where you would be waiting, hoping to be conserving your capital. Profitability is out of question. This is a year of survival. So every possible endeavor of every SME would be to conserve cash, to stay afloat, and somehow get by this particular situation. So I think FY21, financial year 21, the entire thematics will be centering a lot about really surviving and not really planning a huge ballistic growth or profitability. I think that is something which really won't be the endeavor. Having said that, what is happening? What are SMEs doing? What is government doing? What are we doing? I would say that the government has done, honestly, through the Reserve Bank, a lot. I think in terms of policy measure announcements, I have not seen any time ever that such bold measures have been announced. I would say that the liquidity transmission has begun after initial risk aversion and reluctance from the banks. We are seeing fantastic support coming from the National Housing Bank, and under government's TLTRO2 program, also liquidity transmission has begun apart from other refinancing schemes which are there. So liquidity is a plenty. It is available for decent size NBFCs with decent ratings and good business models. But the crux of the issue really is what is going to happen to the liquidity transmission from here to the entrepreneurs who really need capital. So there is this program of Atmanirbhar where government announced this scheme through the finance minister of 3 lakh crore loan support to the entrepreneurs. I think by design, it's a fantastic scheme. It has been planned very well. On our part, we have already begun execution. We have completely gone digital. We have used the last 90 days to ensure that the customer is contacted digitally. all his documents are scanned, they transmit and reach us digitally,
Hmm.
and entire analytics is done on rule engines through wells to very high quality underwriting models. Basis that we are able to, in fact, sign up digital agreements and do disbursements straight into customers' accounts. So digital
Hmm.
disbursements. So
Hmm.
end to end, I think pandemic has only accelerated our digital journey,
Hmm.
and the benefits of which are very, very evident that over last 1 week itself, we've been able to remit 1,000 accounts under the government's ECLGS program, which is called
Okay.
the Emergency Credit
Emergency
Line
cover.
Guaranteed Sanction under Atmanirbhar program.
Hmm.
And over next 4 days, another 1,000 should be getting benefited. Overall, we believe that
These are
whatever
these are by the
our
way your
eligible
new
customers,
customers. These are by the way your new customers or your existing customers who are actually running any loan already with you.
a very good question. The scheme is only for customers who have got a loan outstanding on 29th of February. 20% of that outstanding is what can be given by the respective financiers. So, what? So probably we will be able to cater to almost all our customers who are interested to avail by end of July. In fact, we have already accessed all the customers who are eligible under this program, and whoever is interested, I think liquidity will be clearly up for these customers who are keen. But I must say, the scheme can be bolstered a little better because there are a lot of NBFCs and quite a few banks who are not able to provide liquidity support to these customers for their own reasons. I feel since government anyway is giving guarantee on behalf of customer to any financier, they can allow this flexibility and empower the customers that the customer can choose, because my financier is not able to finance, can you please finance me and give this 20%? Here's a government guarantee. If government can allow that flexibility, I think the transmission can really accelerate and can be far more deeper. If there's any such time where SMEs needed help, I think these are these times. So the government's ability to be flexible in these times and allow the canvas so that MSMEs are liquid and they get capital at the right time is going to be very, very important.
So precisely, you mean before that, I would also like to ask you, how much time it takes, to actually when you actually talk to the customer and when he shows his intent to seek, this kind of, loan or additional loan, and he gets the loan. How much normally, how much this process takes time?
So different strokes for different folks. The way we have approached, I can share our experience that we did not inconvenience customer at all. We did our entire backend analytics and pre-approved a certain set of customers.
Hmm.
And for each of these pre-approved customers, um, there is no point asking for more data at this time because you really have no recourse to history. There is no precedence available. So, basis your own credit assessment, we have gone and approached the customers on a pre-approved basis. And in last 15 days time, we approached them, whoever we had pre-approved. Whoever has been interested, we have digitally gone ahead and done the fulfillment. So typically when a customer says, yes, I need help and I need support and I accept this loan amount, I think within 48 to 96 hours, the money is into customer's account.
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. But again, having said that, if you can, just for the sake of our readers' understanding, you have over 6,000, customers. Uh, are they spread across India or they are, in specific zones of the country?
I must mention that we have more than 16,000 customers. And what happens as a part of our liquidity process, banks buy our portfolio.
Hmm.
So they become banks customers. So though technically we are completely in a position to provide liquidity to those customers, but because the portfolio is bought by the banks, they are the owners of the loan of those customers, so they should be providing liquidity. But unfortunately, I don't think banks can really do what we can do because banks and non-banks complement. So that is something which government must address, allow us to extend that 20% to those customers so we can really go and support them. We currently have 6,300 customers spread largely in semi-urban, rural, metros. I would say almost an equal mix among these three who we are supporting. And out of the 6,300 customers, as I mentioned to you, 1/3 of them would be getting supported in next 3 to 4 days because we already provided loans to more than 1,500 customers as we speak.
These are business customers, you mentioned.
These are completely entrepreneurs, would be manufacturers, traders, retailers, into services businesses, agri businesses. So we are relatively sector agnostic that way. We support any entrepreneur who has got a good business model, which is alive, abuzz, and kicking. And we have, I would say, a certain caution towards few industries which may be negative, but in general, we finance everybody.
And in terms of your parameters to check and do business with, so can you just explain a bit, what are the thumb rules that you follow in when you actually interact with any new MSME or any new business customer, and what kind of parameters you keep in mind?
Okay, on a jocular note, the thumb rule is that don't finance anybody who has lost an arm. Okay. so okay, customers who have got who are showing resilience under current conditions, where businesses are, for example, let me say the consumption sector, the FMCG, pharma, provision stores, essential goods, certain chemicals, manufacturing, nutraceuticals. I would say right now, the one of the industry doing very well is nutraceuticals or anything which is boosting immunes. So to that extent, the host of industries which are actually showing terrific growth, and there are businesses where cash is the king. The cash flow is important. It is chugging, and not only that, customers where we believe they have a decent order book and the client credentials in terms of creditworthiness are decent. So we are looking at such customers right now. Having said that, existing customers, whoever are there and who have continued with a good repayment track record, we are completely supporting them. I must actually add that at Magma FinCorp, we really thank the Government of India and SIDBI for the government's program of MSME interest subvention scheme, which unfortunately has lapsed on 31st of March. I really believe there's any time ever in last 100 years the MSMEs needed support, it is this time. Government has done a lot, but certainly it should revive this scheme and reinstall it, and not only provide subvention of 2%, maybe enhance it to 3 to 4%. What we have done in this pandemic times is that gone to the government, claimed 17 crore subvention for our existing customers, and these 17 crore money has been put back into the hands of the entrepreneurs, and it is a very welcome capital. It is a huge capital relief for these customers. So this is something which really benefited the MSMEs, and I genuinely believe that this should really be continued. And I feel that the customers' turnover is decreasing, debt is remaining constant or increasing, interest burden will escalate. So why not extend subvention? This is the most apt time. So perhaps it should be done.
So I also hope that, and with your views, definitely we would also, try to mention this, and I'm sure the people at the policy desk would be working on it. Coming on to Magma FinCorp's go-to-market strategy, especially in the COVID time, you have gone completely digital in last 90 odd days. Having said that, what would be your go-to-market strategy to further, to magnify your outreach onto the MSME sector as well as to people who need financial support? Uh, can you explain that in the COVID time, in the lockdown time, or in the post-lockdown? How would you going to have this outreach?
I would say that we are completely for the purpose of extending the, the restart capital or the crank start capital, which is the working capital for any entrepreneur across nook and corner of the country. We operate in more than 100 locations, semi-urban, rural, metros, and we intend going directly to our customer, because this is the time where you need to understand the customer more, listen to him more, support him more. And not only that, I feel that these are the times where digital is the way forward, because at the end of the day, you have to be very quick, agile, and efficient. Not only customers have to be agile and efficient, the lenders have to be agile and efficient. So you have to take quick decisions and provide timely liquidity. I think the really real need is that how fast the cash cycle starts turning and how all the separate chains they come together, that's going to be key. So we have a theme called Go Digital, Go Direct, and we are, the entire company is swearing by these four words, and we intend to reach and zoom into customers' houses or whatever form of digital communication
Mm.
and do all the backend scoring analytics with minimal uh, I would say confusion, because we have our rule engines at the back end where we have a million data points of 50,000 customers. So we clearly have very good credit decision support systems. The moment the digital data comes, the backend engine kind of really prompts us in terms of what is the right amount of liquidity for what kind of customer, and just be fast and agile and do the dispersal. So I think the next 3 to 6 months is going to be all about providing the necessary capital support to our cash-starved SMEs.
Perfect. So it's pleasure, talking to you, Mr. Manish, and for our listeners on YouTube, on our podcast, on Facebook, uh, it's our it's my duty to mention that what is important in this tough time is the fight back spirit, and we at SME Street have actually have named this year, or maybe we have pegged this particular thing, that this 2020 year is going to be the fight back year. So, and we are lucky enough to have support system around us. We have Mr. Manish, uh, his organization, kind of companies which are actually there for with their helping hand, and as well as the kind of schemes that are being designed at the central level. The execution of those schemes reach to the pockets of MSME entrepreneurs. So we have a system in place, and Magma FinCorp is one of the important entity in that chain. So with this note, I once again thank Mr. Manish, and with this, I, Faiz Askari, would like to say bye to all our viewers on our podcast, on our YouTube channel, as well as on our Facebook channel. Thank you very much, Mr. Manish.
Thank you, Faiz. Thanks for having me over.
Yeah. So